Coming up, 5 of our favourite DIY projects. A planting trough for the centre of your table, an IKEA hack for stunning storage, stylish drawer liners to dress up any dresser, a vintage vanity for your bathroom, and a candelabra that rocks. Okay, so with our renovation, we do so many DIY projects. And by DIY projects, I mean things that we adapt and create ourselves to save money.
Yeah, so we hack it as well.
Yeah.
I feel that the more time we have, the more creative we become when it comes to little DIY things.
And also, if our budget is limited, we then also become more creative because we're like, how are we going to make what we want to with not as much money?
Here are our 5 favorite DIY projects that we have done in the last few months.
We had this amazing idea for a beautiful vanity in the hayloft. It was going to be the focal point as you walk into the bedroom, as well as walking into the kind of dressing area space. So we wanted to make it perfect.
So the challenge is to find the furniture that you like, that fit within, your room, and then how shallow the sink had to be, and the size of it. So it worked within the drawer. It was in the middle.
And we also didn't have enough space to put the taps on the counter, which we originally wanted to do. So we ended up changing them to put them through the wall.
Yeah. But there's things you have to adapt. If you really have an idea, you can adapt, and sometimes the design ends up being nicer than what you originally. We're working on turning this beautiful dresser into a vanity unit. I'm gonna cut the nails very carefully and loosen the top. I have made mistakes before cutting furniture in the wrong way. This cannot happen on this one. That was a £5, inexpensive furniture, which I didn't feel as guilty, although I still did a little bit. But this one, I need to be so concentrated to make sure that every step I'm getting it right. Dean! On the side.
Hi. You did it right this time,
I did. What we're gonna do with the sink?
We're putting quartz on top of here, aren't we? Mm-hmm. So that will sit within here.
I think it's gonna look so good. Yeah, it's come off. So, in one piece, thankfully. I do wanna reuse this top as a shelf underneath. It's nice that we're just repurposing it, but instead of having it at the top, we'll have it at the bottom.
So what are your thoughts?
Put this on the floor.
Okay.
The shelf on the floor. And if we set this on top, we will know how much play we have. I was thinking to actually make holes in there and then push it from underneath. And I don't want the shelf very high.
As long as you can get your hand underneath to clean.
Yeah.
So it needs to be at least 10 centimeters.
Well, a child's hand. It doesn't have to be like our hand.
Well, we're not going to get a child round to clean. So mark up these, the height you want the shelf.
That's too high.
There?
Too high. Trust me, Dean.
Oh, trust me, please.
No, you trust me, please.
I'm so good at proportions.
Okay, who's found this vanity? Who's found everything? That's my idea, so you're gonna have to go with me.
Well...
If it's that's a normal shelf, and that
No, I don't want it that high. I thought there.
No. I just wish that you have a little bit of trust.
We could have made that into a desk somewhere else. You could make it into a dresser. It could be a top for something in another space. We've got tons more spaces to do. And it would be nice to say, oh, this was from here. This used to be together, but now we've separated it and made 2 really nice pieces of furniture out of it. You're thinking about it now, aren't you? I'm not forcing you into anything.
I feel like you just manipulated me to kind of get your way.
No.
And you succeeded.
Oh, good.
I want to see if it fits.
Okay. Well, let's do it then.
Okay. I mean, this is the first time we're actually testing out.
It better fit.
Measure it 50 times. It's like it was made for this space.
I know, it's and it fits perfectly. Cool. Let's get the drawers in.
Oh my God.
Love it.
And you know what I like the most? No one can have this.
Exactly, it's so unique.
So unique. I love this vase and I think it's going to be perfect for this area. However, it's not watertight. So I've got a little trick where I'm going to use a normal glass of water, so it holds the water within the glass. I'm going to put it inside, and then I can put my flowers. This is like the most sexy vanity unit I've ever seen. It was such hard work to find. It just makes it extra special.
Are you happy that I convinced you not to put the shelf in at the bottom?
To be fair, it was less work for me, so I I am happy with that. And it does look great.
The trough.
Yeah, so this is the perfect example of what for like very little money, you know, you can make something really cool.
We're going to show you how to make a very, very simple trough for your dining table that you can put plants in. A few pieces of wood screwed together. Simple. So during spring, we don't really grow too much in the greenhouse, so Borja came up with the idea of planting within all these pots a load of daffodils. Then I extended his idea by thinking, okay, we need to put something on this table, so why don't we make a big ass trough and we can fill it all with daffodils. So I was hoping life could be really easy and you just get 3 scaffold boards, put one on the end, screw it together, job's a good one, but Borja's now saying it's too big. So
I do like how it sits on the table, but I just think it's too high.
before we use the wood, we need to get rid of these, which is what holds all the wood together pretty much when they're used as scaffold boards, and then we can cut it down to size. These are the only 3 sheets we got actually, so we're just hoping we can work with what we got to make what we need. We are now just measuring the exact middle so we can cut it in half perfectly. It's a bit risky when you're using scaffold boards because can you see the splits in them? It might just all fall apart, but it's cheap wood and it looks rustic, so that's what we're going with. So he's marked the line up and he's using a circular saw to cut through.
There's a 0 here, so you just follow this.
Ah,
You follow
I
that.
never did that. I always looked at the blade.
So these are all cut down now. Borja's just sanding them lightly, just getting rid of some of the splinters. This lovely bright cut side, you're not gonna see because we're gonna hide that where we're fixing it into the base. So we can still have it looking quite rustic. We're not planning to clean it up after either. We kind of like this old look.
So we've got the base, we have cut the sides, and now we were like working out what we like best, and I think this is going to be the right amount.
We're gonna screw it down, and this is the base, and then we'll just flip it over.
So it's upside down.
It's upside down, and then we'll put the ends on.
The reason why it's upside down is so the screws are hidden
Yeah, hidden underneath.
underneath.
We're using 70 mils. Also, by the way, these are really good screws, so you don't have to do a pilot hole with them because they're self-threading. Love them.
Awesome.
So because the wood is wet, when it dries up, it'll shrink and it will hide the screw head more. It's true.
Really?
I think it's true. Oi, professional at work. So I can already see it closing up.
Yeah, you can't see it.
Time to flip it. Pretty. Now we just need to have a cover piece on each end. So this is the end. It's a bit quirky because it's got this cut, so we've got this a bit of angle on it, but it adds to its charm.
I think so.
The screw holes are slightly visible. What you could do is put little wooden dowels over the top of it, but I mean, this is like rustic as hell, and we're trying to show you the most basic of troughs. So screw, screw, cut, cut, done. The trough is made. So all we need to do now is fill it with soil, get some bulbs in there. We've lifted it off the table a little bit to give it a little shadow gap, so just put a little bit of wood underneath. Nice and rustic. But yeah, it's good to use the leftover bits of wood from making this table. So we've done a base layer of soil and now we're going to put the daffodils in. Borja likes to put lots in, like excessive amount. Look at that. There'll be gardeners shouting at him going, don't put them that close.
They can do whatever they want in their house.
The trough is in.
I'm very pleased.
Just in case anyone wonders the size of it, it's about 3 meters long. Not bad, hey? Even though it looked quite rustic, once that flour comes out and starts kind of spilling over a little bit, it's really gonna soften it. The thing is, these sort of things are so bespoke because you know, for us to get the size we want, you know, you can't get this off the shelf.
No, you can't.
What I love about these cupboards is that we save so much money doing them, and also they're bespoke. You know, we probably could find somewhere that makes something similar, but because we've made it ourselves, it has a little bit more thought in it. So now we just got the surround on all the frames with MDF, and then what we'll do is we'll cover that with a cover piece and then put an architrave so it looks like a kind of cornice detail. And then at the bottom we'll put skirting board on that, which will wrap around, and it'll be the same height skirting board that will go around there as well. And then at some point we've got to source doors or make doors. And the doors are so expensive, and if you're going for a basic door, maybe a shaker style or maybe just a flat panel door, you can make them yourself so easy. In the Caretakers, we did a flat panel door, but with the laundry at the Dare House, we wanted to just add a little bit more to it.
I'm working on the laundry and I'm gonna show you how I add the hinges. I've added the first lot of hinges, as you can see here. This little tool that we have that I can show you how to do it. It's very easy when you've done the few. And then you have to remember there is always like adjustment within the hinges so you can move up, down, but I don't do that. I'll leave that to Dean. So I'm gonna grab this one and I'm gonna take it with me right outside. This is my tool that I will try to link it because this is from Amazon. I believe we bought it years ago. And so the thing is that you put these screws, I've already set it up, so basically as you push it, that's where the main big hole should go. It's 3 centimeters away from the section. So I know this is 1.5 centimeters. So I measure 1.5, move these, you get the gist. And then that will be the right location. Then I mark it with a pencil, and then this little section of tool, this for a router bit, I'm just doing it with a screwdriver / drill, multi-purpose that we have, and I will just mark it and drill it down. And then I mark it with that, where the little hole is, then I'm using that as my centerpiece. Can you see the little pointy bit? And that is my center point I need to do. So we'll just where these holes are is where you're supposed to drill the other holes, these ones here. But I worked out they're actually not quite accurate. So what I do is, I'll show you my little trick. I've got a template door here. Now this door is from the workshop in the main estate. This is frog tape and I use it, and then I mark with my pencil the round bit and where the holes go. So then I line it up with the other one and I know when I have to do exactly the holes. I always make sure that the tape touches the very end of the door. So I know I have to line it to the very end and then with a big round hole. Here we go, I'll just use these and I'll just go around the perimeter. You see that it goes in a little bit, so just go around the perimeter like that. And then I'll do the same with the tiny ones because that's the ones I require. There you go. And now, as easy as picking this up like that, I've lined it. If you touch it as well, you go around, you can see that this is lines with a bigger hole. And so now I'm going to use my drill that you already have got set up with the exact drill size. This tape is so I mark the end, so I don't go too deep. I'll just go to the middle of it and I drill down. So you can see I've got my little holes, I've got the hinge now, and I should be able to line it up and just push it down. Push, push, push. So I've done all the hinges, and then Dean has to adjust to see if I have to cut any little more of the door. Once that is done, we can do the pretty thing, which is to actually route the grooves. So then it will suddenly totally transform the space. On this edge, can you see the MDF? That's not the best. So then we fill it with wood filler to have a nice smooth edge, because I know that many people wouldn't notice, but we would. So and then it's nicer when it's all painted. Lots of little tutorials today on this video, so you can learn it and use it if you want to. Here are some of the products to start routing. Here's this router bit. Can you see that it has got like a V shape? So we use this all the time because that is what it makes the groove. So we have got this router, which I'm going to attach the bit, and then we always use the guide rail. It gets very exact, and we use it to route, we use it to cut, so it's great. So you can see I've got the little section in there. Now there's this like lever here that if I push it down, that's what you need to adjust the height that you require right under here. So I'm gonna just do it because I need two hands, and what I want is basically the V. I can adjust it here to see how much I want to make the groove. Okay, so you see that I have adjusted. Now you can really go as deep as you want. You could have all of these going, so it's got a very, very deep groove. Personally, I like that it's just a V and then this line is in line with that. But you could go further if you wanted. So now I've got it all set up, which is great because we're gonna use exactly this setting constantly. Now the next thing is I just need to be putting lines of where I want it. Can you see I wanna have that V in line with that line. You can see this is the first groove. So always try to do it like slowly but consistently without stopping. Otherwise, if you stop and carry on, you will see a dent. So which, I will always say like try to do it in one go.
Ooh.
Look at that, it's looking really cool. I love it. You can see that I basically filled with wood filler everything, including the grooves. So I'm just leaving it like that. It will fully cure, and I spent all day. These ones are drying, but I've done them as well. Tomorrow, I am going to be removing them, sanding them, and start priming them. So suddenly, I think by the end of the week, it's gonna look amazing. Cute.
You like it like that? You better.
I'm really enjoying this beautiful day, and I'm going to carry on painting doors for the laundry. I wanna paint the front and then leave the last coat for a later date when I've got time and I'm bored. So, and I'm enjoying it outside, so it's a lovely day. Putting my audiobook, and then I will carry on painting. Look how beautiful this color kind of covers. Isn't it amazing for a first coat? So I first do the groove, and then I will roll it, so it has a really nice finish.
Portia just cannot help himself. He wants to see what they look like, even though he hasn't painted all of them.
Or the insides.
Yeah.
But it's gonna make me feel much better, so if I see it, then it won't motivate me.
Okay, so the truth, we run out of time. We also run out of paint. So if you look inside, we haven't painted the inside. So we still got stuff to do, but it looks finished, right?
To me, what it is a quick satisfaction, because you do it in the afternoon, then you see it, you put it in place within the same day. You do it with family, so you have like a good time. It's just like you making memories, and also you making something look really cool. So as we finishing this bedroom, my mom's cleaned this beautiful furniture, but I want to line these drawers just because I feel like it will add to them when you put stuff. It's quite stained, and I've come up with an idea that I think is going to be fun, very easy to do, and it makes a big difference.
So we are marking up a base for the drawers, and we're going to use a bit of cardboard, and then what we're going to do is coat it in a material so that it's a little bit nicer on the inside. And this is going to be Portia's mum's job.
I came up with the idea of lining the drawers. My mum and me love to do this type of...
I think it was a little bit of teamwork.
Of course, you want to take credit for this.
No. I think we should partially take. I'm going to take 20% of the credit because I suggested the cardboard.
I
I did. Yeah.
I said we've got a lot of cardboard. We can use them for this.
No, you didn't. No, you said you're going to like fold it over something else. And I said, what about cardboard? And you were like, oh, that's amazing.
Oh my God, I think you literally are using my conversation.
No, you were using something else before, weren't you?
What was I using?
I don't know, wood? I did say about the cardboard.
Did you?
I mean, I don't really care about claiming credit, I'm just saying.
What you just did?
Only 20%. Teamwork.
So for this DIY, it's very easy. We've got lots of cardboard, so I thought let's use it to line this drawer. So we need cardboard, some fabric, adhesive. We're gonna try this one out, and then literally scissors and a tape. So at the minute, this fits quite snug. We want to make sure that it's a little bit loose because we're gonna add the fabric on top, and then once we go around, it'll be tighter. I'm making it a little bit smaller because once I put all the fabric around, it's obviously gonna increase the size and then it wouldn't fit.
So you're going to fold over the fabric
Yes.
over the cardboard.
Yeah, so the idea is that this is changeable. I might use the same fabric to do a cute little cushion in the bed, so then it tightens. Okay, thank you, Mama. So I'm also using a cardboard to weigh down the fabric once I put it down. I'm someone that changes its mind in the future. I'll be like, oh, let's put a different fabric now because it's autumn. So you can see now that it fits like it's snug, but there's a little bit of space. Okay, we got that. So let's put the drawer at the side, Mama. I love this bit of fabric. I think this is like so British, so timeless, trees. And then because the Dower house is in the middle of the countryside, I love a green, and it's like this dark green, which is like grounded. So we have got the piece, and then I'm just gonna go down like this. We're gonna cut there. So I'm basically using the cardboard as a template on top of the material to see how much I need. I'm giving it some extra because that extra is gonna be folded over. Nice and easy. Also, I'm using these scissors which are for like left-handed people because for some reason Dean got them for himself, although he doesn't do any sewing. And now I end up with these really awkward scissors that they're not for me. Okay. We've got the cardboard, we've got the piece of material. First we're doing a dry test
¿Cómo vamos a cortar?
because we've never done this before.
Exacto.
Yeah, it's like wrapping a Christmas present, but the only problem is that we don't want to. If I do this side first and then wrap the other one, it's gonna be like very bulky on the corners. So we need. I think that we need to cut a triangle, ¿sabes?
Sí.
So it doesn't touch one with the other. We're gonna use this is spray adhesive. I honestly bought this about 3 years ago when I was doing with my mom as well a DIY project, which it was like cushions for the cellar. Okay, so I'm gonna spray it. Dean's just come here along because he has got his issues with making sure everything is how he wanted in his brain, so he had to kind of
No, I don't want to dirty the table with glue.
Okay.
The table is new.
Exactly.
Very new.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put like this glue spray everywhere. Ooh, it's like Halloween.
Yes.
Right, so this has created, so now can we just move this? I'll move this. Yeah, we need to make sure that this is like tight. Y que que no haya arrugas. Doesn't want any wrinkles underneath because otherwise that will not look very good. How long do we have to wait for this?
Well, you should have read the instructions, mate. 7 days.
No.
No, it says 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Okay.
We'll be back after a short interval break.
Okay, I think this is should be fine.
Okay.
Especially the corners. So now, I think we're gonna cut it in a triangle.
Watch you not to cut your mother's dedo.
Yes. My finger is mine. Okay.
You can just look in the camera.
We have worked out that just doing a line, I'm giving a little bit of space here in the corner, and then that does the trick.
Cool. You see? No. Necesitas entrar. That looks really good.
Actually, mira qué mono.
Perfecto.
Oh, that looks cute. Isn't this very British?
Yes.
Go el cajón.
Voy a buscarlo.
So we've got the drawer.
¿Así? Al revés, mételo al revés. Yes. First, yeah. Amazing.
That's really nice. Me encanta.
Oh, it's perfect.
It's so cute.
It's really nice. Really, really nice.
I love to do these things with my mom because, we like doing a little thing together, and now she's so proud of that job.
Yeah, I mean, it turned out really good. So good that all our 72 other drawers that we've got without fabric in need to be done. So she's going to have a busy month when she comes back. It looks lovely.
And it's super simple, and it has really elevated. So I had one of my crazy ideas the other day because I was shopping and I saw this candelabra. This was £5.99, which I thought it was very good value, but I was like, oh, that's probably everyone will have it if it's £5.99. I was like, how can I make something quite cool with that? And then I said to them, oh my gosh, if I use one of these stones that we have, which we have a lot, and I drill holes in the stone, and then I cut these sections and I kind of make it as if these come out of a stone, that could look so bespoke and such a unique piece. So now I'm just trying to work out if I'm gonna love it or not. So this is a nice stone that, as I said, we've got a lot of them. It's got quite a flat surface at the bottom, so we can visualize it together. I'm gonna put this behind and I'm gonna show you how it could look like. So can you see so imagine it, this comes off the actual stone and then candles on top. That could look very different for sure. I'm gonna take it to the sitting room and see if I like it on the table. Dean, I need your advice. Yeah. To have the best vision, you need to kind of look down. Go down.
I think this is. I see.
So you will see. It will see how it comes out from the stone. Even if it's not on top of the table, it could be on a side table.
But I like it. I think I like that idea.
Okay, so I'm going to mark the 5 locations where I think that we need them to come out. One being in here. One maybe there.
I think we should put the duvets that aren't white.
So I've got these, and now I'm just gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it pretty much similar. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's okay to have them at different levels. Now what I need is a drill bit I'm just going for this one because this one is very short and this is for masonry. And I'm checking that is the same size because I want it nice and tight, which it is. I will get this matched down, which is what I need. Can you see where I've marked it? So it will go down a little bit more, and then I will have them coming out of the stone. If the stone doesn't break when I did the holes. I've got some quite challenging in spots that they're quite close to the edge. This one I think is gonna break, I don't know. I'm using the drill. I think I'm gonna start from, it will be very, very straight. I think I want this one a little bit shorter, and this one as well. I think it looks amazing. I'm gonna show them my candle creation. I'm gonna show you my creation.
Ooh, that looks good, doesn't it?
You like it?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's very different. I feel like for a £5.99 have just been elevated.
It's nice.
So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a level, and I'm going to put silicone in the holes and then just make sure that they all level.
There's just so many DIY projects we've done that we could show you loads more. So we'll put together some more at a later date. And also we need to share with you our 5 worst projects we've done to date as well.
Yeah.
They live in our memory forever. So we'll have to share those.
So these were just one of our 5 best favorite DIYs that we have done in the last few months. But subscribe to the channel if you want to see some more. Actually, you know what, it will be a lot of fun? Give us a challenge. Tell us, can you do a DIY for £10 that looks expensive or something like that?